We're at part 4 of the Resident Evil 4 playthrough. We got the first half of the emblem, and now we're going for the obligatory second half. Because they couldn't give us both of them at once.
They have to lengthen the game somehow.
Well, Resident Evil key hunts have always been a kind of a sad staple.
You got the emblem.
Get your Zelda out of my Resident Evil now.
Get your Final Fantasy out of my Resident Evil.
Okay, off you go.
Chess and the music both have to go. That is the bottom line.
Hasta luego, bitch.
I'll be back. Again.
Actually, didn't you just quote Leon, except for the bitch part?
Yeah, add the bitch. You gotta add bitch for emphasis.
Off you go. And you two are standing on the exact same platform, and he never seemed to hit you.
Now, the Resident Evil key hunts are kind of downplayed in this game, but I'm not exactly going to complain.
Why did they make you combine it? It's so pointless. It's obvious they're supposed to go together. Just put them together.
Yeah, that's kind of pointless. But what I was trying to say is, Resident Evil key hunts and puzzles.
And they don't think to just follow you into the next area.
No, they don't. That's another stupid thing about the Ganado. But the thing
like,
is,
oh no, he's gone through a door. We can't possibly follow him now.
Wait, let him finish. What were you saying, Solaris, about key hunts?
I'm trying to say the only game with key hunts that I really enjoyed was Remake. The other games, and that was because the games, well, the puzzles were made to be fairly interesting, but the original Resident Evil trilogy's puzzles were kind of you know, I don't really like that aspect of it, and I really wish they had you know, had the sense to keep that out of Devil May Cry 1 because it was lame and pointless. But that's all I had to say. Oh, look, Leon is shooting Morganatos and Chuck Norrising. He's got the kick. He's got like 1/10 of Chuck Norris's strength. Heads explode when he kicks them.
It was the real power. The solar system would erupt. And I think
another barrel.
I think I go back for the elegant
Jump
mask.
again. It'll work.
Jump.
Sorry. Sorry, I just had to make that reference.
Bam!
It's like just crouching, like it's like they're like, he's gone. Ooh. The magical disappearing Leon.
How did he do that?
So I'm pretty sure that's your defense against the bombs. Although you never really have to use it in this part.
Huzzah.
And the game doesn't really have much in the way of cover.
By the way,
there aren't many chest-high walls, so...
There are plenty of chest-high walls. Shut up.
Jeez, I see a pitchfork clipping through the wall. I wonder if there's someone there. By the way, I'll say this right now. If any of our viewers notice that my health is inconsistent, it's probably because I edited out a death.
Oh, really?
You got the elegant mask. Can you put it on?
I'm not really looking at that anymore, actually.
Yeah, I don't even care at this point.
I actually kind of didn't really like the health bar system in this game because, I don't know, it just feels more action gamey again.
Well, I don't know, because I kind of found it annoying. Well, besides the obvious visual cue that you're dying, with the way you walk,
the point of not having any meters on screen is to, well, you know, take away from, just not emphasize that you're playing a game quite so much, you know? So
he's right there. I'm going to stand there and point at him dramatically for about 5 seconds.
You kicked him over the fence, but you had to jump in after him. Are you going to take any fish with you? Yes, you do.
I want a fish.
Big
guy. Big one. And he survived my knife stab.
It's like one... Caught a 2,000-pound fish at last. Now you can move on to the other A missions. But seriously, this is like the only place where you can catch fish, but they make good healing items, especially the big ones. They just take up so much space.
That's why I ate it right there.
But you know, at least you know an egg is equal to an egg rather than a flamethrower.
100.
An AK-47.
And what's worse is that your armor is a pocket of your armor. It makes so much fucking sense.
Yeah, I do really like the inventory system for this game, and I hope they bring it back in 6 because it's so much better than the old Resident Evil games. You know, here's a story about the inventory system in Remake. I reached the caves, right? And there's a section where you do nothing but pick up keys, put them down, and there are items to pick up along the way. I spent 40 minutes walking back and forth between them and the item boxes, Chris Redfield, because I just didn't have enough space to do anything.
Easiest puzzle ever.
And we had to make this key incredibly elaborate for some reason.
Are you going to go back into the room and, trigger the extra cutscene?
Trigger the cutscene? Yeah, I do.
Okay, good. I missed that like the first 3 times I played this game. I mean, who thinks to go back into the room?
Leon.
There's a portrait of that bearded guy for some reason.
That must mean it's his house.
And the fun thing is, when you're playing the Ada Wong story, it assumes you go back into the room. So you actually... So I
You
played
have
the
a gun,
Ada
Leon.
Wong
Why don't you just shoot him in the face when he's grabbing you?
Because he's fucking choking the guy.
You carry the same blood as us.
Does the big cheese have to choke a bitch?
When your vision starts to tumble, that's when you know you're in the butter zone.
Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face...
Who the fuck is this guy, and why is he in my Resident Evil game?
Really, I don't know why he doesn't kill him now.
Okay, you later, Batman.
Because he recognizes that he's infected, I guess.
That doesn't stop him from trying to kill him later.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's
You're
the reason
not saving and... Paramedic,
I don't need to save.
Paramedic, a guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I spoil that plot point? Yeah, Leon's infected by eggs.
Apparently, there's a
They showed that earlier.
They're called the Los
But they didn't
Illuminados.
emphasize
Yes,
it.
that guy tried to kill you. You probably should have tried to
That's a
shoot him.
mouthful. Anyway, I had an
By the way, another plot point.
But you're okay,
The
right?
cure is the most contrived,
But he could've
convenient
killed me.
cure I've ever seen in any video game ever.
Mentioned something about me carrying.
Seriously.
Well, we get there when we get there.
We get there when we get there. It's so lame. I can't even wait to talk about it.
Carry the same blood. Am I
Anyway,
the chosen
There are
one?
more important things than solving riddles right now.
Whoa.
You're right. Hurry and find that church, Leon.
You need to find Jesus, Leon.
Alright, going back into the room like a retard, and you get choke slammed like a retard. Because he's not a retard, totally. Oh, you shot Sadler in the head. Good job, Wade.
Except you didn't.
By the way, did you... this is jumping ahead a bit, but did you check all the Sadler portraits in the castle?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
I even find one that I didn't even know was there.
Who could have saved you?
Well, it's kind of hard to tell when she's in her alternate costume, but that's supposed to be a character who's kind of, sort of, but maybe not quite, depending on which story you play through, dead from Resident Evil 2.
That would have been hilarious if that fall killed that guy. Like, what did you think you were going to accomplish with that?
By the way, if any of you get the chance, go to Shadow Leggy's channel and watch the video Ada Wong, Worst Spy Ever. It's hilarious.
All right. You got me curious.
You've got some gold. Goldy gold gold.
What's with the gold? Seriously. Gold in my Resident Evil?
Look, an egg.
It's like, what the hell?
Well, at least the chickens you shoot don't have a magic fire ring and 458 kill.
No, they just have eggs that, instantly heal your health. Isn't there a gold egg in this game somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah. But they're incredibly rare.
Hey, look, it's the chainsaw guy that killed me the first time I played this.
I know it's in 5 because there was a trophy for getting it, which took forever.
Run up and swipe the chainsaw guy with your knife.
Ow.
Ow!
Headshot.
The chainsaw people are really easy when you have a good supply of shotgun ammo. You just wait for them to get up and shoot them in the fucking face. And for good measure, while they're down, pull out your knife and start hacking away at them. Which
I would start doing that if there weren't like 4 other people there.
Yeah.
Now you can start swiping. No, never mind.
But the way the aiming system in this game works makes the Bella sisters, which we'll be getting to in a later part, kind of a... Well, wait, do you even take that path?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Well, it
swipe,
makes
Swipe.
disappointingly
Nutsack.
easy.
Nutsack.
It's like I'm going to slowly get up, giving you plenty of time to aim your weapon. Okay, I'm standing up, bam. Oh, it's hard. Let me slowly get back up again.
Hey, we got a chaos reference for that shit.
Yeah, the chainsaw guys in 5 are a bit more durable, and they're not They're not
They're
as
adorable, but they're also stupid.
yeah.
Hey,
Well,
look, it's a
it's not
redder.
it's not like these chainsaw guys are you know, like college graduates or anything. So, man, you are seriously hurt.
I'd be surprised if they could read.
Another bird's nest down the drain.
That has weapon
Fuck.
ammo.
Machine gun ammo,
Fuck
even.
nature.
Machine gun ammo in a bird's nest. Seriously. What the fuck?
Okay. You gonna stand there and take them all on?
No, I'm gonna. There's no point. Really, I want to save.
What was the point of having the door barred? All you had to do was press
No,
A twice.
no. We'll see you all in part 5.